Hey, what's up? This is your boy MB. I am a YouTuber. What I do, if you're watching this at a later time, is I review 8-inch subwoofers and from time to time 10s or 12, even 15 been on the channel before. I build and ship enclosures. So you see the number on the bottom of the screen, need an enclosure, text that number, and I'll build and ship you one. What I do for my business. I also sell some product, for different manufacturers. But mainly, I am a blogger, so I comment particularly on the performance of 8-inch subwoofers. My name and subwoofers are kind of synonymous, especially the Kick Solo X and the Q Class and the 2508. Anyway, enjoy the live Q&A I have here. Watch it to leisure, and enjoy the other side of the channel as well too. I got a variety of topics that I talk about in over 2,000 some videos. Now let's go into today's live. Today's live, September 25th. And I just gave y'all something, boy, you can't tell me I ain't gave you nothing. Though. I just said, if everybody want to get in that dual 8-inch, 151 and 18 hertz challenge that I say cannot happen with 2/8s, I just gave you a musical horn. And I'm working on giving you one tuned to 20 hertz. So you can try it for yourself. Yes, sir. I'm gonna give you the design. I'm going to give you the design with that software I just did. I'm gonna give it to you. Now I want you to go make it work. So I'm gonna cut all the, you can't do it. Then I can do it. I can't do what never happened. I can't do what never happened. If I did, I'd be the first. But I know what a horn can and cannot do with 8s. So I say, what the best way to help this out is I'm gonna give you the gun. You put the bullets in. I'll get into some of these questions. What is the loudest 2/8 combo to install 2025 RAM? A lot is gonna be based on the power, bro. Me personally, with the seat left in, I would probably do the Solo 25 or the G7. They're all gonna be within range of each other. They're all gonna be within range of each other. All my Kings, none of them are 3 dB louder than another one. So they'll all be doing at least a dB or two. My top three always have the ability to get at least a dB and a half louder than all the other traditional size 8s, except for that Rampage. But louder is going to be what your power is, and it's almost like the question you're trying to ask, what's the best? There's no such thing as the best. On this channel, you won't get that, Freddie Nash. I'm a blogger, but I don't like to just talk outside of my neck. You couldn't finish the video? Well, in the video, I give you a horn. Different length. 36 length, tuned to 35. 42 length, tuned to 29. And you go up in 2-minute increments. I actually give people the design. If you feel the information, if you go to the link, put in the information that I showed you for the Beach Audio Rampage. But if you don't put that information for the Rampage, I tell you what parameters look for an 8. Put their information in there. Then if it fits inside the mount depth of the horn of the it fits inside the mount depth of the horn of the loading chamber that I put up there, which is 8.25, which is fairly large. The only thing it won't fit for the musical box is the Sundown C8. You're gonna have to invert. But for the coming videos that I'm working on, I'm gonna actually give y'all a horn enclosure, 220 hertz for 2/8s. I'm gonna give it to you. I'll tell you exactly what you're gonna have to do to get it to work. Even if you have to fold this, and get this, you got 220 hertz. Because the shape doesn't matter in the horn, just the length. That's why he had all them folds in design. Right? And he didn't do it quarter wave. He did I think he did a little less than that, or more than that. And that's why he had all them folds. Horn theorists will tell you don't want all those folds. That's But when you look at the horns online, you see 3-4 bends, but you don't see all those bends because what's going to happen is it's going to lessen your output. Every time that air happens, because it's not a resonator. It's not a resonator. That's not what's happening. It's releasing the back wave after it goes a certain length to the frequencies that you want it to attain. It's not actually going back and forth, it's being projected. It doesn't resonate, resonate, but it does add its sound pressure. So the length is what's gonna be needed for the horn, the throat length is what's gonna be needed for you to turn the sound frequency. So Harry McGee, I gave him people a musical on that video with 2/8, all up 35 hertz with that free software because some people can't understand horn ESP or Aberrac or bass pull about 6, know how to do it. So they can understand this. It's relatively easy. This is an easy horn to beat. And the problem, you want the tuning. Because that's all a horn is. It gets its tuning from its length. And based on the parameter of the driver you put inside, you don't have to build a horn for every particular driver. You're looking for certain features in the driver. And if you put them in a horn, they will excel from others. Now, this is the problem. This is the second thing where I was telling y'all, I'm gonna make a video on that. Why I said the B2 audio is actually a better driver because of its low QTS in relation to the Z8, which is the primary feature that you want to look for in a horn. Low QTS, period. Primary. First primary you want to look at. What is the QTS? Point all the way up from 0.1 to 0.39 is optimal. 0.39, anything 0.3, all over the 0.39 is optimal for a horn. As you start to go high, you start degrading the pump performance. Well, the Rampage version 2 that was used in the test, both tests by Budget and by this guy Sheets, the QTS is, if you use the D1, is 0.44, whereas the Z8 comes in at 0.62. It's one parameter that let me know that. So we saying this playing this, and then the FS on the Z8 is 43. The FS on B2 audio sub is 36. You want a low FS. You want a strong motor in relation of what it's moving, electrical and QMS. You want that to be strong for what it's doing. The saw parts moving in relation to the coil. BL. Now you want a strong BL, and that's going to be in relation to the saw parts being moved. If your saw part is not as heavy as somebody else, your BL probably won't be that high. So don't look primarily at the BL. So it's got a greater BL. Well, that's because it's probably moving heavier parts. It's BL. BL has to be strong enough for the voice cord to move against in relation to the MMS. You can look at the BL without looking at the MMS. But anyway, you want to do a good strong BL. But the primary thing you want to look for in the horn is get as close to 0.3 or under as you possibly can. And have an X max greater than 10 to 12. People argue about that. And you're going to get the performance out the horn that you're looking for, which is acoustical amplifier, low FS. Yeah, it does help to have a good band of X max. But anyway, I'm giving you the design, Harvey. I'm giving it to him. I'm giving him the gun. All you got to do is put the bullets in. I'm giving it to the world. Don't never say I ain't gave you nothing. And I'm giving to the world, and I'm going to sit back and see who's going to do a 151, 18 hertz with 2/8. I'll be here a long time. But hey, don't say I never gave nobody nothing. Ain't I good with cardio, man? Yes, I am. I'm a catalyst. Do you feel 4.5 Acme ounce data and 2 large excess power AGMs will be enough to power and run a DD M5000? I care for, yeah, you got 400 ounces in the Mac, man. I wonder if that's at idle or where's that, but that's good. AGMs, you probably talking about 3400? Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Tyler? Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Kennard, what's up? Kenneth Coulson. T Brew, what's up, Kenneth? They in there. That's right. All right, T Brew. What's up, T Brew? Bro, you see what that boy Budget with the bass head did with them eights? His setup wasn't even optimized. He going to hit that 150, bro. I hope he do. I just recently gave y'all horn. I don't know how much further he gonna go with it. I don't think he gonna hit it though. So now that 5,500 watts going, one of the reasons why I don't think the brother gonna hit it is because it's electrical. It took him 5,500 watts just to do a 139 at a 139.7 at 20 hertz. 5,500 watts. He only got an 8K in the vehicle. So you know how much more wattage he gonna have to get to go up 11 dB? See, that's why I'm telling you that y'all don't under. I'm teaching y'all the science. You know how much wattage he gonna have to get? What wattage he want to start off with to wind up with the wattage that he's gonna need to maintain output? You gotta average that out, boy. 5,500 watts to do a 139 at 20 hertz. Scale it up. How much power you gonna need? So that means then it can be possible. Yep, it can be, but who gonna do it? And that's why I tell you I know what's name do it, because both of them got the same AK, they got the same amp. That's why I'm so happy Budget did it, man. They got the same amp. And Budget got a better battery bank. Budget actually did it. He's actually louder than Sheesh. Actually. He don't even know it though. He did it. I put design out there for anybody can do it though. I want to see what y'all can do. I gave you the design. I gave you the design. Next, I'm going to actually give you a box 220 hertz and a horn for 2/8. All you gotta do is find the right parameters to put in there. The horn is gonna be designed for eights that can play that has QTS around 0.4, 0.39, 4 and under. If you put a woofer with a high QTS inside the horn, you're gonna have to look up my horn, and you'll see that by specs. There's no way a Z8 gonna outperform B2 Audio Rampage. I just looked at the X-Pack power handle. You know that comes into play. But when we talking, see, maybe louder at a higher frequency, yes, with a horn, with the Z8s. But lower, it's the B2. To play lower, yeah, I will give you the Z8 probably would play louder at a higher frequency, but not at 20 hertz. FS too high, it's higher than B2 audio. The QTS is far too high compared to B2 audio. This is true science. There's no gimmicks to it. Thoughts on a oh man. Show. Oh, let's show this. Thoughts on a quad. I ain't got no thoughts on it for real. AMB, what that would be better to power up to sundown XAB4 with no problem? I don't know. I have no experience with either one of them, but I think it's supposed to be assault, ain't it? Assault 3. I don't know. I ain't never ran XAB4. Don't have no intention to either. Hey man, I'm thinking 2 American-based VF8 and a Ford Maverick. Lobo. Okay. And a 0.5 cubic foot box. Where you gonna put it? These box sealed with American-based foot and what you think? I don't like seal sign. You want them to go low. Nah, 0.5. I don't like seal sign. But you so cramped space and you ain't gonna use that cargo area. It's pretty much like, well, what you gonna do? I gotta be your decision. But I'm not gonna sit and tell you, oh yeah, that's gonna slam. They're gonna be very, very quiet, respectful. But if you ain't gonna use your cargo area, it is what it is. I have an audio control DM608 DSP in my truck, mainly to tune. I ain't heard from you in a minute, AD24. Is that attention deficit disorder? 24/7. In my truck, mainly to tune my high and my Lotto C. Okay. Lately, I've been liking the Shockwave on a kicker over AccuBase on the audio control for mid-bass roll-off restoration. Yeah, I've heard about that AccuBase. Fred told me about that. It's actually doing what the BSI do. But let me tell y'all something. All them horn videos I've been showing y'all, that is with no BSI on. That is the effect of the box. That is the effect of the box. And shouts out to K-Camp Kid 6. If you got an MBE box and you listen to anything K-Camp, but you do not need no bass restoration. You just play his music, cut it off, and just let my box play. And you're going to be amazed. Oh, I love that sound. K-Camp, what's up, man? Love that sound, man. Love the ride with that last one. Kid 6, I got all of them. Woo, that's the low end, boy. Yeah, I ain't heard Made in a minute, Humphrey. That's right. MB. He's going to say that your horn box is wrong, so you can't hit that 150 or lower. Anything to try to prove their narrative. Well, no, I'm going to give one 220 hertz. But in the meantime, I'm going to give everybody a box that's musical. Truly musical. Truly musical. But, and even if they did say that, the reason why I showed y'all that, and when you watch the video, you'll find out. Well, it don't work. It do work because before I gave y'all the free design, I actually built 2 boxes off of it. The last 2 horn boxes that I did with the single weight, they were built off that free software. Now, they meet it at 31 hertz. They meet exactly what it was tuned at, according to that calculator. And I said that in the video. So all the horn boxes that I recently did, the 2 that I recently did, the single 8, V2 audio, Rampage prototype, the V3, and I still got 2 more to release. I'm going to release it now and tell y'all this box was built off that program. So where's meter in it is based off the performance of the driver. And the 2 that I just released already, so that it's tuned is what it says. So when I released the one at 20 hertz, T-Brew, I don't at that point, whatever they say, but I'm gonna give them everything they need to do it. I'm even gonna give them the design, give them a horn tune to 20 hertz, and tell them to pick the 8. 6th order. Yeah, that Dynamax got a lot of stuff in there I haven't used before, but that I found that. In fact, I think I told y'all before. I know budget one day was talking about it. He was showing people the different mocks of the box. Right about the same time I found it years ago. I've been knowing about the site. But I took Aberrac and Horn SP. I know how to do it with that software. This software, Lou, is just free. Free. It's a horn. I'm getting them everything they need, man. I'm waiting on that 151. Hey, MB, 280 and DV drive G7 be okay behind the third wheel of my Escalade. Let me tell you something about them. That's what's in the truck right now. I got King Kong in the truck back in the 40 box. The reason why is because pretty soon we're going to put in the concrete audio. In fact, that'll probably be the video I release tomorrow. Free testing on that. Then I got this one loose enough. And we got sidetracked by it. But the reason why that box is in there because we're going to let these concrete audio, I got to do a listening test on them. But first, I'm going to show you how to free test and pull some DAP parameters on this one. This kind of broke in. It's a lot looser than in the beginning. I can't wait to get to it, the concrete audio. I'm going to give these guys the information, and we're going to see what they're going to do. If they just fanboys, especially when, I'm giving it to them, homie. I'm giving it to them free. But yeah, them G7, boy, King Kong beat my head in. I think I'm going to meet him tomorrow. And as before I take him out there, that boy beat my head in. But yeah, that's all you need. Just 2 of them. 2 of them, my boss back there, man, that port area, man, get you a good 5K, 1250. It's a good 3500 watt amp. Maybe 200 some amp alternator up front, or 320 if you can. Still, it's the Escalade. Both battery trays up there, fill them up with some good AGM batteries, whatever brand you like to go with, X2, X Power, whatever. Yeah, you gonna be plenty loud and low. Look at my Google review, man. You gonna be plenty loud and low. I promise you. Let me see. What are you talking about? Above the FS. Tim Sisley, what's up, brother? What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Hey, man. Oh, he typed that again. I think I answered that question. Hey, what's up, MB? Let's say I went with a 2.75 cube box, tuned to 33. All right. We'll be better off with 2-inch comp cubes. 1.3. That's what they're in range. That's the minimum box. Okay. All right, single comp cube. So the single comp cube be an optimized box, but the 2 comp 10s will be in smaller box volume with more cone area. So the comp Q10 probably had a deeper base, but it probably won't be able to take the power that the 2 comp Q10s will be able to take and have a bigger cone area. And because they're moving more air per stroke, and eat the loads might be similar. Yeah. Only thing is the comp Q10 chords might not be able to play as loud as long, but you won't be able to send all that power to the comp Q. So if it was me, if I'm going for absolute loudness, I'm probably gonna do the comp Q10s. If I'm going for sound quality, real deep low, I'll probably do that single comp Q because he'll be in his biggest box. Well, close to his biggest box. The biggest box will be 3.25, but he'll be close to it. Yeah. You probably be louder with the 2 comp Q10s. All factors being equal. But look at them boys in there. Boy, all of them in there. Boy, look at that. I wish Andy or Big D Wilson or Kicker would drop a video and talk more in depth about the shot. All I know is my ears are locking over IQ base. Our control almost sounds like a soft clip. I've been told people I don't recommend auto control anymore. They got to step their bat up. There's still better stuff out there. It's doing a little better. I agree with you on that. But you know, they lost the patent, so now everybody can use it. We need a monster 12-liter rear loader horn monster box. I got plenty of them out there, bro. I got plenty of them. You gotta go back. I was talking about horn 4 years ago. If you go on that video Gilgax and look at all the videos that list in the video description, yeah, I was talking about them building that 4 years ago. There's a guy that SoundCube subs, SoundCube HDXs, QTS right, FS right, FS, the B, everything. Them SoundCube subs sound great on the XDX 4, 12, kill them. I was just talking to a guy today about that. Sound great on QTS 0.3, perfect. FS 30 hertz, perfect. X Max, I think 21 or 22, perfect. BL, where it need to be, strong. Greater than 20. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I built box for MJ Audio Subwoofer. Yeah, I have. 15K. Oh yeah, y'all tell me how much power he gonna need. Yeah, he gonna need budget gonna need more than that 8K. If you got 55 to do a 139, you gonna and the guy say he gonna give him some tips. What tips you gonna give him gonna gain him 12 dB to get to 151? 151, no, 11 dB. What tip you gonna give him? 11 dB? No, 12 dB. 139? Yeah. 139. What? Yeah, 12 dB. What tip you gonna give him? I want to know. The world want to know what tip you gonna give him. Gonna gain him 12 dB on an 8K. That's why if you sit back, y'all watch people, they're telling themselves you know anything about electrical signal. They're telling if you know anything about electricity, you say, wait a second. So it's the 5,500 watts for this man who did it. See it, he did it real time. A 139.7 at 20 hertz. It took 5,500 watts off his 8K. We've seen the Whooper take that. We see the AM1 said it. And that was at 20 hertz. Both of y'all got 8K. What tips you gonna give him? Gonna give him 12 dB gain. Sister, let's see. That's why I'm telling giving people the truth, man. I'm not hating on the guy. I'm just I really know physics. Saying up, and the brother just showed y'all the real world results. See what's really going on, man. And this is factual, man. The man think America is stupid. As far as he concerned, I'm the only American that got. If he beat me, he think everybody up here is stupid. He think he has said it. Americans are stupid. They believe anything they see on the internet. He knows that I know he said that. If y'all go back to, I think some of my lives years ago, I've been doing lives for 4 years, man. When this dude had 3,000 subscribers, I said the same thing before the Z8 even came about. When they was talking about the jail audio. Well, I said, man, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Everything didn't match up. QTS, the FS, it didn't match up. And then on a driver that's not ready for that much power. And he didn't have an AK, I believe, at that time. We went through this before. Channel still ain't grown for 4 years. In 4 years, he didn't got 1,000 subscribers. He got 1,000 more people that he believed. Americans are stupid. They believe everything they see on the internet. He even got a manufacturer to believe that shit. That's why that is the funniest thing ever. That you can't see with Jay sold him his eights. You want to put 2 in your box? I'm gonna sell them to you. Jay didn't give them to him free. He got what's the name? He got Jay to give them to him free. And sometimes, you know, other day they was on my live calling me an ape, monkey, and an immigrant. I'm helping America. I'm helping the world see that all Americans ain't stupid. We don't believe everything we see on the internet. People that all their fathers design horns, that's not possible. Not possible. This subwoofer is muddy. It's uncontrolled. The Z8 has a QTS, fellas, a 0.62. There's no way it's going to outperform the B2 or the Rampage. There's no way. It's not going to happen. The EBP is even higher on the every factor that's component that's needed. The only thing that's going to help the Z8, it has a good BL for what it's moving. So does the B2 Audio Rampage. It's got a lot of X-Max. But that's not even for a 12 dB increase from where that man is. And if you know how much power the power that would have to be used to do that if the vehicle is optimized right. If the man had to do 5,500 to do a 139, how much power do you think it's going to take to do a 151? The power must increase, fellas. But the membrane didn't. So you double the power, but the membrane did it. It's the same thing, brothers. That's I'm telling you, you to get 3D louder, what you gotta do with a ported box. 1 sub, 500 watts. 2 subs, 1,000 watts. That principle, y'all, stays in play with any application. But to show y'all the best that design can do. To double it, you're gonna have to do what? Increase the power in the cone area. I'm going to show y'all that when I put the next box in there. It's gonna be a dual 8 box. I just showed y'all a single 8 box. I'll be showing y'all. So I know the program works. So don't let me tell you the program don't work. I built 2 8s off that program to make sure before I give it to y'all that it worked. And it worked. It wasn't the horn ESP. I was like my old horns, the horns out there. I built the horns strictly off that. Free software. And it peaked right at 31 hertz. So the design I gave y'all, whether you use a 36-inch length or the 42-inch length, it's going to peak exactly where it says it's going to peak in. And I'm going to give them 1 at 20 hertz with 2 8. And y'all will see. I just tell people the truth, man. The truth will win every single time. It's not me hating on the man. It's definitely turned racial. Because y'all see what happened when you come here. I get called out my name, this, that, and that. Some of y'all have already seen that. That's what it is. That's why you'll never, from henceforth on, I ain't never. I build a body. That's what you got. I build your box for up. You don't hear me talking about nothing on no sundown. I'm sorry. When you initial, if it's about cardio and not necessarily apology, and you don't acknowledge it, that let me know that it's not about cardio from his perspective. Because I issued an apology, he didn't acknowledge it. So it go deeper than that. These are facts. These are facts. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna give it's gonna take a while for people to catch on. They're gonna catch on and gonna start saying, yeah, man, this what it is with sundown. It's bigger than cardio, obviously. Uh, but give guys, if you need do a 12, depending on the parameters of the driver, I get you one tune that low. Okay, give me another question. Does B2 offer subs at different owner options like DC does? Yeah, most of them D1, D2 on the high performance, but they do have some D2 and D4. I asked because I was replacing my 3XLs for those 10 Rampage. What amp should I get at what on? You got 3XL DC audios, so you're going to get, they only got D1 and D2. Whereas DC audio, that's he getting wired to like 0.7 and stuff like that when you run a 3. Now D2 doesn't do that. He does D1, D2. Unless now if you get I believe you can get the RAM bases custom built up and he'll put them 0.7 on voice cords and then you want to run an odd number like that. But I'm not for sure. You can call B2 Auto USA and talk to the representative there, and they will tell you if that's possible on that Rampage. Yeah. I think it would have to be on their custom. And don't hey T Brew, don't the music big low? Man, kids 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This if you got you got on my box. No BSI needed. Cut the BSI off and let it hammer. Just let the boss do his work. Let the boss no BSI needed. The boss already in tune low. Okay. What try the image dynamics IDA? If you look at the small specification, you'll see why. Good. Thank you for helping them out, Wizard. That's great, man. I like that. I'm convinced anybody can get loud with the right setup. But can you get loud and sound good while doing it is the question. That's a good thing. The train horn is loud. Car accident loud too, ain't it? Appreciate the response. My problem is I have a 6-inch mount depth going for the SQ because you already know point C and C is not a lot of space. Now American base wants to see what they would do. I would look at something different. Honestly, if you got enough width, why don't you, with that space seal, why don't you look at a Wave Tech 10? You're gonna pay significantly more, but I think you'd be much better served. Put that Wave Tech 10 in that size space, or even the Wave Tech 12. Pretty sure that 10 will fit up on there. Real small box. Real small. Don't ask me to build that box there. Because I got a minimum I'm gonna work for. And technically you can build that for yourself. That's real small. Maybe you have me build both of them, but I'm just being honest with you. Thank you, T Brew. Okay. MB, I got a Chrysler 300. Would you recommend a single car 15, solo X12 for load, and 5 pull bed in a trunk car? I recommend you don't spend a whole lot of money on the sub. That's what I recommend, honestly, because you put it in the trunk. So between them two options right there, I probably recommend you get the Comp Q15 because your trunk gonna rattle the garbage. I recommend you get the lesser of the two options. You're not gonna be able to hear the difference between the Comp Q and the Solo X when you turn it up. Just both of them gonna make it rattle. So in that instance, just be totally honest with you. Don't spend a lot of money on the sub. MBE on Friday Night Live. But Faith P got box shots, TU got hollow tip. Yeah. Car got a 762 and 23. I mean, I ain't did nothing. MBY, why the mouth on the horn facing the rear on that design? I ain't facing the rear, facing the front. On that design, because of the length of the fold. On his design, it's because of the length of the folds. Instead of doing a quarter wave of the horn is the horn, he's going to say he had a elaborate horn. That's going to magnify the sound. Actually, now you see what happens. The more folds you put inside there, every time the air has to change direction and keep it same, you're losing a substantial amount of output. It could be increments, but you lose it every time it got a bend. That's why when you see horns, you model them out. They want you to model out with as less folds as you possibly can, so you get a smoother response between each note. That might be why he thought it was so peaky at three different peaks, because the frequencies canceling each other out before they reassert themselves again. You don't want to have that many folds. You don't. Ask someone like Brandon Buck on Facebook. He works on T lines and horns. He understands you don't want to have that many folds in actual house. I don't know if he's gonna comment, but you can go Brandon Buck. It's got like a little logo. Let me see if I can find it. He works with horns. I don't know how he feels about this. Maybe he feels it's possible too. I don't know. But hey, if I'm giving you design, put you on the right direction. Anybody can find it, eh? I want to see it done. I know it didn't happen. Anybody do it gonna be the first. But this dude, he'll think all Americans stupid, and I'm not stupid. Here it is, right here. Brandon Buck. I ain't okay. This guy right here specializes on Facebook. Good guy, great guy. I don't know if he last time I interacted with this great guy, as far as I know, but he specializes in horns and T-line enclosure. That's that's what he does. Yeah, I don't know if he's still doing it. Look like he's the owner of Anarchy Audio. Anarchy Audio. I don't know if that's a shop, but that's all he does. He was known for that back then. Yeah, Brandon Buck. Yeah, I don't see him posting no pictures up, so I don't know if he's still doing it. Oh boy, I went from a DL RD 5000 to a Kicker LX3K. Okay, they don't list the damper on the LX, the full bridge down, but the control and sound is comparable to JL that wanted to own. It sounds good on my solo MQ class. Yeah, you do. You like it? Well, when I ain't got nothing else to do, I guess I'll switch over to my three. Like when I put my solos back in there after I finish all this testing. Nothing so far is gonna make me not put them solo X's back in there as my day. See, I'm doing all this stuff right now because when it starts to get cold, and we're toward the end of the year, Siemens is gonna be here, but in October, either in October, the Siemens show, which we're gonna see unveil some new products for next year. I can't wait for that. That happens every year. So we toward the end now. So I'm doing all this. Concrete Audio came out today. The V3, came out this year. The V3, the Sundown Z8's here. For those of y'all who gonna run that, who else? And that's it. Should be no more revelations for any reputable manufacturers right now. It's good. Man, my wife makes it. Ooh, it's so good. Strawberry mint lemon cucumber. Red mint lemon cucumber lemonade. Cranberry, a beet, strawberry, mint, the black cherry. Tart cherry. Sometimes beet juice, lemonade. Yeah, man, you can't. You just and even how it's not even bad on sugar. It's so good though. Cane sugar, it's so good, man. She makes this thing. It's impeccable. Okay, Okay. MB, what's up with the MPXL? And I gotta get to them too, man. I gotta let y'all hear them too. Ain't nothing up to it. Ain't nothing up with them. I'm gonna get to them. I'm only one man, you know. Oh, DC, I appreciate that, man. I'm the only person you about to call your stuff up because you know I only do it if I like it. I ain't a nobody count. You know that, don't you? I ain't a nobody count. Some people say, man, I don't know why them people with him. Why they even bad him? This, that, another. Said, well, manager said, well, he ain't saying nothing bad about us. You can't figure that out. That might be the reason right there. We ain't saying nothing bad about ourselves. So, hey, why would we rock with them? MBE click up in here. Hold up, y'all. Y'all know MB the Chevy. Keep the revolver. It don't jam. Miss Black got a silent style. You know what you know. Yeah, they say it's been a quiet feed ever since I put them. Boy, I got every race covered. All my moderators are different races. Yeah, that's right. I got every culture one race. Every culture represented. Yeah, my wife tells me one race. I got every culture represented. They ain't all black. Got 4 of them. 3 of them here today. Every culture. Spanish, white, black. I need to get me an Asian moderator in here. I'm free. I got some Asian builders, moderators too. Why? So at any given time. Oh man, no. It's not racial. We do know who is racial. We do know one manufacturer did this. It ain't about cardio. It definitely ain't about cardio. MBE apologize. You ain't take it. So it ain't about cardio. That's for sure. The stars on the dynamic site are a little wonky. Use the ones you get from the amplifier supplies. FS22, X-Max 15, and less than 5 inches of depth. Whoa, that'd be a good subwoofer in the horn. What's the QTS on the Wizard? If it comes in at 0.3, that's a good subwoofer horn. Let me see. Let's look at it right quick. They say, let's unpack this. Image Dynamics. ID8. It is. ID. Oh, what's the price right now? $100. Let's go to version 4. ID8 D4 version 4. Let's look at this. Ooh. Let's look at the TS parameters. Owner's manual. I get these too. Let's see if he be good in the horn for those of you on the horn. I built a box for brothers. Let me check on Neil. I ain't heard from Neil in a minute. I believe I built a box for him for 2 of these. Yeah. And I believe nope. I never went for 2 of these. Basically real sloppy here. QTS is 0.08. Not good. Do not put that inside a horn. Nah. Not enough dampening. Deep bass in a ported box. Pretty great there. Not enough dampening. I wouldn't advise you put that in a horn. Yeah, I built a horn for myself. 2 of them. Yeah, that's what I believe I did there. Okay. MBE made a believer out of me after start watching. Once I got my box film, it is not disappointing. Many comments on the Daily Sound Day. Thank you, brother. They get real disrespectful. Yeah, for that. You seen this coming? Hey brother, did you see me actually giving them something? Did you see that? I gave them a horn. I'm finna give that 20 horn too. I'll give it to them. See what they're gonna do with it. Let me see what they're gonna do with it. Facts, T-Brew. Harvey McGee. That's what I say. That's why I'm on that. I apologize, bro. Didn't accept it, so that got to be it, bro. Cause it can't be about cardio, can it? I apologize. It ain't accepted. So it ain't about cardio. This we know for a fact. Yeah, this we know for a fact. I don't believe it was a good. I don't do stuff like that. I can't even tell you. I know the brands I carry, all the amps do rated power. I guess you're looking for mountain depth, where you gonna put it at, power. Just as long as it do rated power, man. Uh oh. Hey MB, my head unit EQ only goes as low as 32 hertz. Is this a problem? Kind of music you listen to? You listen to decaf? It only goes as low as 32. What you mean only go your EQization? Do you need the EQ stuff lower than that? I mean, you got a box tune 33, yo, we don't need to EQ nothing there. You need EQ a little higher. You don't want to add no kind of boost, which is what equalization does. It's for the cabin. You don't want to add no kind of boost with your box tuned it. So if you got a box me tune 33, you don't need to be adding no boost right there, no way. But it's kind of interesting. That's low as it go. But it's pretty low. It's only 12 more frequencies before you just feeling it, arguing it. If you have your mounting valve and a flush valve, do you effectively have a double valve? Yes. Or no, because the sub is not mounted to both valves. Some people say they want a double baffle and a mounting, which is make your baffle an inch and a half, inch thick. On some subwoofers, I do recommend that. But on most, depending on the weight of the driver, and you trying to support that basket diff and how powerful that motor is, all my boxes come with at least a double baffle. Some get the double baffle and another piece of wood put on for the flush mount. But all mine come double baffle. All mine. 2 pieces of 3/4 inch wood together, your baffle's always gonna be an inch and a half thick. I don't care if you got 6.5 stuff. Uh hey, you know when you say Jay sandbagging, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Jay went with a truth. That's why this is his B2 Rage version 3, the 8 at 17 millimeters. But if you use the 30% by BL, it actually comes out to 22 millimeters. And I can attest that it's on less power than the prototype. It did the same score as the prototype. But in this, let me tell y'all something. I'm working on a horn that I done built. And the horn that I have built, okay, my power was down. I've been up for about 47 minutes to go, y'all. The horn that I have built, I'm going to use the V2s just so it'd be a fair comparison. You know, it's mine. The one I built is tuned to 30 hertz. I'm not going no lower than that. Not going no lower than that. Not me. Not me. Mine got to be musical. I'm not going to just build a box for to hit one note. I'm not in the challenge. I'm the reason why the challenge exists. I'm going to give them a few. I want to see them do it. Hey, y'all be blessed. I'll see you later, man.